Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your soulmate reading. This is for Sagittarius. If this resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment. I would greatly appreciate it. If this does not resonate with you at all, Sagittarius, please check your moon, your rising, and your Venus sign, as this will not resonate with every Sagittarius out there. Cross watchers, please keep in mind some of the energies can be vice versa, interchangeable. So however it resonates with you, this is for Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know? What does Sagittarius need to know? Okay. Okay. So, they're trying to move on from this. Communication is the key here. And I feel like it needs to be, it's such a spiritual connection. It needs to be, you're having conversations with this person in, like on the astral, right? But there needs to be a real life 3D conversation, even if it is hidden. Even if it is like a secret conversation, because this person feels like you don't want them, and they're trying to move on from this. So if you do want them, and I see like sadness around the situation with you, it has to be a hidden conversation, because there is someone like calling the shots here, someone that is not a part of this spiritual connection. It's a very jealous-hearted energy. Someone standing in the way. Now that could be, a lover on your end, their end. It could be some sort of family member. It could be a jealous-hearted friend. But this has to be a hidden conversation. So that's interesting. Okay. Because there's like, the air needs to be cleared. It's like the truth needs to be spoken. Right? Okay, so before we get too deep into the situation here, Sagittarius, for those of you that are interested, I have opened up a significant amount of availability for private readings in the month of May. I may do it in June as well, just depends on my energy level. But the wait was getting a little long, so in order to accommodate everybody, I've opened up a lot more time slots. So if you're interested in that, you can visit secretarial.com, and I'll leave the link in the description and also pinned in the comments. Okay, so action needs to be taken here. It's like both of you want to talk to each other, but it needs to be like an honest conversation. Things got in the way, and there is a very intense energy that is calling the shots in this entire situation, and it's not you and it's not your person. So Knight of Wands energy, it feels like action needed to be taken a while ago. A conversation needed to happen a while ago, and it never did. Bad decisions were made because like an expression of feelings and honest communication was not, it didn't happen, and it still needs to happen. So action needs to be taken on this. Knight of Wands. someone feels like they can look, but they can't touch. Very curious about each other. Lots of looking, but no communication. And everybody feels like their hands are tied in this situation, like they're stuck. No movement. So, truth, clarity, clear the air, have that conversation, and see what happens from there. Ace of Swords. This person that you're dealing with feels like you don't want them. Of course, you can, assign the roles as you wish, but it's like they were right there. And it was a missed opportunity to have this conversation. And things got even more complicated, and they feel like you don't want them, so they're trying to move forward. Four of Cups here. And so it's time to have that big conversation, and it has to be raw, it has to be truthful, but it at this point it has to go on behind the scenes, okay? Because I'm seeing the Eight of Wands here, and I'm seeing the High Priestess. So it has to be like a hidden conversation, but just between the two of you. But can that even happen? Right? That's the question. Both of you want to talk to each other about everything. Eight of Wands here. So a lot of regrets with this. Regretful decisions were made. Regret not being open and honest and clear about emotions and intentions when that opportunity was right there. Five of Cups here. Now your person, they're very sad about the situation, but they're trying to move on from this. It's like they feel like you don't want them, and they feel like they can't have you. So they feel like they have no other choice but to move forward. You could be dealing with a Cancer or somebody with Cancer in their chart. There is not only this spiritual connection, but there's also this intense chemistry between the two of you. Both of you very attracted to each other, attracted to each other's energy. Ace of Wands here, right? So that feeling is still there and is very intense. It's very powerful. But it feels like it has to be so open, so honest, so raw, so real, this conversation that was never spoken but needs to be spoken, because it will change everything. They may think like they're very curious about you, but it's like they don't even know where you are right now. So the issue is strength. Everybody's like keeping their mouth shut. You could be dealing with a Leo or somebody with Leo in their chart. Everybody is like being really reserved, very, very quiet. Keeping that, that lion's mouth shut when that lion's mouth needs to be open. Leo energy, right? That is an obstacle right there. So it's like both of you are still waiting for this to happen, but at this point the situation's gotten so complicated, and there's jealous-hearted energy, like I said, around the situation, that it has to be a secret conversation behind the scenes, and it's just a matter of time, just waiting to talk to each other again, waiting to see each other again. Seven of Pentacles here. And like I said, the two of you, your souls are already having communication on the astral, right? On the 5D, whatever. But it needs to come down to this reality. because it's very confusing in this reality. And it has to be behind the scenes. Please clarify the High Priestess for Sagittarius. So, in order for this to become balanced, in order for them to know and you to know that like the feeling is reciprocated, it may be up to you to initiate this. Right? That's for some of you, not all of you, but I feel like you're going to reconnect with this person. And I feel like you're going to understand that this person would like give you anything. They would just be there for you. Very generous, very kind-hearted person. But there is like this monster standing in the way of this. So we got the Six of Pentacles here. It's no time for one little seed at a time. It's time for that real raw conversation. And so that's how it's going to come into being. That's how this very soulful spiritual connection is going to come into reality here. You could be dealing with another Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, that is what's going on. I hope that resonates with some of you, most of you, all of you. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you would like a private reading, you can visit secrettarot.com for more info. And I will leave that link in the description and also pinned in the comments. You can also follow me on all the socials. I'll leave those links in the description box as well. You guys have a beautiful day and a great week. And I will talk to you soon. Take care and God bless.